$200,000 has been raised to help the McKinnons and the Montoyas after that deadly house fire in Roanoke County last month. Christy Montoya burned over 20% of her body after running back into the house to try and rescue the two boys, Logan and Patrick McKinnon. The 5 and 10-year-olds died in that fire. The tragedy left many parents with questions about whether their kids would know what to do in the case of a similar fire. WSLS 10's Jenna Zibton talked with a local family about how they're preparing their 4 children.
2 children lost in a house fire. Their friends trying to understand.
It's just a living nightmare. And I don't know how our friends will get through it, but I know they will.
Lauren Colliver is friends with the McKinnons and Montoyas. Their families were sleeping when a fire started overnight, killing Patrick and Logan McKinnon.
They are so strong, but it's just a nightmare. I don't know how you pick up and move forward from that place when you lose everything and your children. I try not to go there personally because I don't know how I would possibly do that.
Colliver, a mother of 4, is trying to make sure her kids know what to do.
This is just so important. When a tragedy happens, you just want to do something, and this feels like something I can do with my family to prepare them.
Fire, fire. This is the sound 10-year-old Gideon hopes to never hear. But if he does and can't get out their bedroom door.
We're practicing climbing out windows. Yes, it may scare them to go through this, but I want them to know what to do if and when.
Knowing that there's a plan in place, how does that make you feel?
Safer than I would if we just were unprepared.
The 4 kids just started practicing.
Try to make sure that we practice enough that it doesn't get as scary as it is for us right now.
Gideon opens the window, tossing out an aluminum ladder, coaching his younger brother.
Don't worry. Sometimes you get scared and I have to reassure him.
To go down first.
I tell him that it'll be fine as long as you get to the ground.
Go, Gideon.
Good job. Good job.
Blacksburg Fire Code official Wayne Garst watches.
Well, kids are like magnets. They absorb and they want to learn. They're very brave boys. They weren't afraid to climb over the ledge. If he was a little bit afraid, the brothers talked him, told him what to do, and he climbed right on over and down. So they did great.
Garst says 99% of the time you can go through a door, but this mother says she wants to be prepared for everything.
We put on our seatbelt every time we get in the car, and we put on helmets when we ride our bike, and we practice fire drills. It just has to be as routine as putting on your seatbelt.
So the only way you know it's there is to have a detector.
It's a hard process because I want to tell them this is rare and this doesn't happen, but it did. And it happened to people we know and love.
Garst says newer research shows when children go to bed, they are so tired it's hard to wake up to a fire alarm, but they wake up better to a parent's voice. There's newer technology where you can record an emergency message with your kids' names and instructions that the Collivers plan to install. They're also looking into alarms that can be wired together, so when one goes off, they all go off. Now, if you want to go over fire safety with your kids, there's a link to an interactive website on ours, WSLS.com. You'll also find links to donate to the families there too. Jenna Zibton, WSLS 10.